Hello, hello! Welcome back to Brenda's Books.
I hope you had a great holiday weekend. Thank you so much for coming back to listen to Sarah's War. Today we are on Chapter 44. Here we go. Chapter 44, The Unthinkable. I lie awake in the night's stillness. I have no idea what time it is, but everyone else must be sleeping, because all muffles and shuffles have ceased. The once blazing fire hidden behind the knoll closest to me no longer glows or smokes at all. With the exception of the light breeze ruffling the roof of my tent, all is silent. Sleep threatens to overtake me, but my nightly terror creeps in with unnerving steadiness. Why am I the unlucky one that has to sleep alone? That's what I get for leaving the conversation at decision-making time. I blow out a shaky breath. I close my eyes and focus on my happy place. But just like before, my fantasy of Ryan seems hazy. And this time I can't even seem to capture his voice when I imagine him asking what's frightening me. Angry tears flood my eyes. I already lost him. Why do I have to lose memory of him too? I take a deep breath and attempt to focus harder. I hear soft footsteps outside my tent. Is that a guard? It must be a guard, right? Oh, why did I put up this blasted tent? It would be much less stressful to sleep out under the stars. At least that way I'd be able to see if someone... No. Do not go there, Sara. Don't even go there. I nearly choke at the evil thoughts floating behind my mind. I hear footsteps again. Blast, what is that? They sound like big boots. But instead of walking on dirt, it sounds like they're walking through weeds or trees. Where are they coming from? The east. They're coming from the east. Without warning, I find myself standing on a paved sidewalk, peering through thin green weeds taller than my head. I'm looking for someone. Who am I looking for? A tall, handsome man emerges from the weeds. He's carrying a small toddler in his arms. A little girl. I gaze into the man's bright blue eyes. One eye seems to be unfocused. Ryan. The girl in his arms smiles happily at me, unaware of the fear in her father's eyes. Sara, he whispers, take Emma and meet me by the fountains in the park. What are you going to do? I whisper back. I have to find another way there. I can't let them see me. They know what I look like. Ryan's voice is even, but I can tell it's with great effort. Emma reaches out for me. I take her out of Ryan's arms and put her on my hip. Be careful, I say. Ryan nods and disappears into the weeds. I look around me for a moment. No one is in sight. Briskly, I walk down the sidewalk, but then I slow my pace, thinking my swiftness might bring unnecessary attention to myself. I can already see the steep hill leading into the park in the distance. The sidewalk will end in about 100 feet, where the recreation center is. All I have to do is walk past the building, over the hill, and into the park. But the walk seems to take hours. I'm constantly scanning the weeds next to me, just in case there's a hidden someone. Finally, I'm up and over the grassy hill and onto the cement ground. This cemented area forms a large circle, large enough for a small bicycle track. If we were to continue beyond, we would climb over another grassy hill before reaching the playground on the other side. A small cobblestone circle lay in the center of the cemented one, where fountains burst out in playful, sporadic streams. I'm surprised to see the shooting water already going, considering it's still fairly early in the morning. Emma squeals in my arms and points a little finger ahead of us. Wata, mama, wata! That's right, I whisper. Would you like to go play in the water? Emma grins and nods. I let out a relieved sigh when we finally reach our destination. I would feel better if somebody else were around, however. I should feel safe in this open public place. But instead, anxious knots twist my stomach, and a fearful lump of bile lodges in my throat. I wish Ryan were here already. I set Emma down close to the cobblestone circle, so she can toddle over to the squirting water at her own comfort. At first she stands still and observes how each fountain shoots up and out of the ground and plops back down. I watch her as she stretches her hand out to touch the stream, then laughs and giggles when it sprays her in the face. I crack a grin when I see her squeal with delight as she finds her bravery and runs through the water soaking herself. And I laugh out loud as she runs past the fountains without getting sprayed at all, but still squeals with the same elation. The sound of the constant rhythm of the fountains is comforting to me. I focus on those sounds and the gleeful sounds of Emma. It helps my racing heart to slow. Until a hard hand slaps over my mouth. My hands are seized behind my back, and someone else from behind knocks me to the cement ground. My hands are released with some force, but not in time to catch myself. So my elbows hit first, then my shoulders and head. A slash of pain wrenches through my body, and the world becomes blurry. Frantically, my eyes search for Emma. She stands by the fountain, soaked to the bone and holding her arms out. "Mama!" she screams. At least I think that's what she's screaming. I struggle to stand, but my arms are not assisting. I roll to get up on my knees, and I manage to make it to my feet. I sprint toward Emma. The world around me spins, but I force myself to continue despite my dizziness. Then I'm knocked down from behind once more. This time my hands are free to catch myself, but my elbows collapse and I'm on the ground again. I see Emma's face. I reach out to her with a futile effort. The next thing I know, my stretched out arms are enslaved in a death grip as I'm dragged across the cement ground. I do my best to stop with my feet, thrashing and twisting my body, but it's no use. Now I can feel grass beneath me, and the dragging stops as I'm shoved down on my back. It seems I only have half a lung, as I can't seem to catch my breath when I open my mouth. An ugly accented voice speaks to me in a language I do not know. A long-barreled gun points directly at my face. "Not a chance," spits another voice. It's Ryan. Not a second later, a terrifying shot strikes the air, and the enormous body in front of me collapses on top of mine. My breath is completely knocked out of me. I see nothing but the glare of the sun. I hear someone grunting from exertion. Then the large body is off of me. I gasp and pant, relieved to have some air, although breathing now hurts too. Ryan's face appears above mine. He grabs my shoulders and lifts me up to a sitting position. His chest heaves up and down as he tries to catch his breath. His eyes are full of fear. "Where's Emma? Where is she?" My eyes pop open, and I realize that I'm back in my tent again. I'm gasping and sweating and shaking. What an awful, awful dream. But it wasn't just a dream. It was a memory. The memory that I have desperately blocked out of every thought I have ever had. Why is it coming to me now in my dreams? No! Now that my unthinkable memory is right there at the forefront of my mind, I can't help but finish it. Ryan had pulled me to my feet, and we ran frantically, furiously, futilely around the park, searching for Emma. We did find her, but it was too late. A heart-wrenching sob rages through my chest. "I'm so sorry, Emma," I wail. "I am so sorry." And that concludes chapter 44. Whew, it's really difficult for me to get through that one without crying. I don't think I've ever done it, actually. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying Sara's War. I hope you come back next Thursday for chapter 45, which is called Never Seen Better. Stay safe and happy and healthy. Until next time, take care.